for tuning in. And today we are having a very special guest that we're going to talk to her. I find her very courageous, and I find that we live in a society that is always evolving. So I think she is a very good candidate today to talk to and just see what she's all about. I have met her a couple of times. I do find her quite interesting. I find her style very interesting, and I don't want to give it away too much, so I'm gonna let you be the judge and see what you think of her. So we will be talking about our, the usual stuff we talk about, life and its glories, right? And we'll see how it goes. I've been told that I believe she loves this chair. She is a bit high maintenance, so be patient with her. And she loves this chair. She loves her tea in a certain way, and we'll see how it goes. Right? Is she coming? She should be here soon. Thank you so much for coming. What can we call you, Miss? Is this really what you call yourself, little Miss Foxy? Okay, so thank you so much for being here. The first thing I want to talk about, actually, it's the mask that you wear. Is this something you always you were fascinated with the mask, or it just happened, it came to you? Can you please talk about that a bit? Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be on the show. Thank you. Well, I started wearing masks for about I would say not too long, because I did not have the courage to do it. I was so afraid of society, what they would say about me. I was just so afraid, and just one day I decided, what, I'm gonna do it. Like, this is who I truly am, and I don't care what people think of me, because we do apologize. It's quite dark and rainy today. We're having Vancouver weather. I know you love the sunshine, but let me ask you this: so do you wear this mask? You wear this mask outside, right? And do you, obviously you take it off when you go to bed, right? Everybody wears a mask. You wear a mask. You do wear a mask, but it's invisible, right? At least mine is visible. And of course everyone does. That's actually quite true. And I did talk about this in the beginning, how, we tend to, we have to act every day, no matter where we go. We kind of have to play a role. If you're a teacher, you come home, you're a mom or you're a dad, and when do you think we become ourselves, we become our true self? When do you think that happens? In your opinion, when does that invisible, you wear a visible mask, so when does that say my my invisible mask comes off? Darling, the only time that you truly become who you are is when you go to sleep, right? Because to me, I feel like when you go to bed, it's when you you wake up. That's the true you, your subconscious. It's. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm no psychologist, no psychic, but I'm just sharing my ideas, my experiences, right? I feel like uh, your subconscious, it's the real you. So the only time it awakens is when you go to bed. I mean, how hard is that? Plain and simple. That's quite interesting. I kind of feel like we have a lot in common. So that's actually. So you're saying when we go to sleep, that's when the magic happens. Yeah, and I said, I don't want to say that I say the things you say, but I did say that when you get to a stage where reality and you kind of get lost in the reality and the dream, that's when you hit the jackpot. Where some people think that you're in a limbo, right? So that's quite fascinating. So you come for that's interesting because when you go to sleep, you can do and you can become anything. You can fly, you can swim, you can go to places that you kind of you can in a physical form, but in reality, there is one thing that we all need to have kind of in order to um, go to those places, which is that piece of paper that's called money, right? So that's. So what do you do in the morning to prepare yourself? I know you do go to bed quite early, and you like to wake up early, right? And I personally think that's the way it should be because I actually find mornings are very fresh. It's like a newborn baby. It's fresh. It's new. There's a type of I guess peacefulness. Your question was my routine. Yes, I go to bed very early because I wake up early. So it's mornings are just very fresh. Um, you get a lot of good energy, so it's quiet, and I like to either make my tea or get a tea. I walk and I walk somewhere. I sit down and I just let go of everything, right? Um, I just look at the nature. I study nature. I study colors. I mean, study meaning looking at colors. And it amazes me that how much energy you get from the I call it the morning glory, right? Yes. And so that's how I start my day, right? My other question for you is I don't know any great person that reached the state they wanted to be without any struggle, right? Um, how do you get where you are? How did you manage to, I guess, I don't want to use the word fight, but I guess, how did you defeat it, struggle? Maybe that's the way to put it. How did you defeated that and kept going? Because if it were easy, everybody would have done it, right? There's a handful of us that I guess no matter how much, no matter how many times life knocks us out, we keep going, right? And how did you do it? How did you kept that attitude? Because it's not easy. It's not easy. There's there's always another wave crashing into you. There's always another cloud above you, right? So how do you let that sunshine shine in your face when there is no sun, right? So can you please share that with us? What keeps me going and what keeps me, you have to feel young at heart, and the best way to do that is I love children's books very much. First of all, they're very easy to read, but then at the same time, is that a plane? Oh God. Okay, sorry, I'm going. Yes, kids book. These two are, thank you so much for having them here. My two favorite books. They keep you young. They keep you young at heart. And also, another thing about kids books, there's so much depth to it that I think it's really not just for kids, it's for adults. I learned so much about kids books. I love the drawings, the paintings. So to be young at heart, to be young inside, whatever feels inside, you'll see it from outside. So, that's one of my advices. That's one advice that I'm very confident to give to people. So, yes, I guess that's about it, right? I would love to come back. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, God. Darling, did you have to ask me another question, or are we done here? I think I answered all your questions, did I not? Can I have my tea? Can I have my tea? Like, do you, oh my God. I can't do this with a straight face. Alright, cut this out. So, okay.